We are in the first few days of the month of September, and Halloween is at the end of October, which in print-on-demand terms means right now. And in the beginning of the week, I shared with you guys a Halloween print-on-demand tutorial part 1, which is all about seamless patterns and using patterns for Halloween, whether it's on Zazzle, whether it's on Teepublic even, or on Printful, as well as the Halloween bundle box. But today what I want to do is a good old-fashioned design with me video on Kittl, 2 different t-shirts for Teepublic, which you can also use obviously for Printful, for Redbubble, for Society 6, to make patterns with this idea, for stickers, for mugs, and so on and so on and so on. And as an early Halloween gift, also 1 month for free using Kittl Pro. More on that when we get started, which is like now. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today I want to do a good old-fashioned design with me video for Halloween. This is the Halloween part 2 thingy where I'm going to design 2 different designs for Halloween using the platform Kittl. We have looked at Kittl here before in the channel, mostly with Zazzle products, but I'm really having fun with their text morphing abilities. Those are like, okay, so like Canva has everything and Kittl has text morphing, and I'm like going with Kittl. I don't know why. But for the first time in this channel, there is a discount for people who want to use Kittl Pro. Kittl has a free version which you can use as well. However, the free version is a bit limited when it comes to the amount or number of designs that you can have, as well as the downloadable sizes. If you guys want to use Kittl Pro, there is a monthly price, an annual price, and 1 month free to use Kittl Pro to check it out, to see if you like it, to see if, you know, this is worth the money for you. I mean, do some designs, see if it flows, and see if you want to keep on the membership or not. All you have to do to get the 1 month free is to click on the link down below to Kittl and type in the code MEARROYO at checkout to get your 1 month free Pro version of Kittl. The first design contains a graphic element and text. Well, both of them do. But the first design, I feel like I was trying to Canva this. I was like putting a graphic element in the middle, which is a sad ghost, which I made, which I will show you how I made it in Procreate in time lapse. And I was taking text and sort of wrapping it around that sad ghost in a way that I can sort of also do with Canva. But the second design that I did is actually a bit more complex, as I actually took everything from Kittl, including their ghost, and I put the text inside the mouth of the ghost, making it really weird while morphing the text. And of course, uploading both of them onto Teepublic. So what I'm going to do in this video, which will contain, I think, 3 more parts, is share my iPad screen with you guys on time-lapse, showing you how I designed a sad ghost. I pretty much used a silhouette of a ghost that I have on a stamp and then just played my way around it to make a sad ghost from it. And right after that, with some snappy music from the Sleepy Pilgrim. Did you know that the Sleepy Pilgrim is also a really good musician? So after that time lapse with music from the Sleepy Pilgrim, I will share my screen with you guys, my computer screen with me on the side down below, somewhere around there, showing you how I made the 2 designs using Kittl as well as uploading to Teepublic. Right after that, we're gonna get back to me, finalize this a little bit, and talk a bit more about what's in store for us for the rest of the month of September and with this Halloween series and the Christmas series as well. So let's just get started with the first part, which is a time lapse on how I did a really sad ghost. guys, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this little sad ghost thing. I am on Kittl. I'm looking at Kittl. I'm looking at awesome stuff that they have. I usually start by searching some stuff. So I was searching for Halloween for a little bit, and everything here is kind of creepy. They do go really well with the vintage vibe, even though I'm not a big vintage person. So I just started a new project. And of course, I don't want to have these dimensions of 1200 pixels by 1200 pixels. So what I did is find the design specs for a t-shirt, which are 4660 by 6000. But I don't know if you guys remember, Kittl is kind of the other way around. So it's 6000. So it's 6000 by 4660. And I took my sad ghost and dropped it into Kittl. There is this thing where it doesn't actually appear, and then I click on upload and then it appeared twice. So I think that, you know, it just doesn't catch it. So if you drop something on Kittl, just make sure that you wait like a minute and then it's gonna appear instead of having everything twice like I do. So I took my ghost, played around with it a little bit. By the way, feel free to comment what you think about my sad ghost. I really did like it. I felt like it's really, really cool. I felt like, you know, this is a sad ghost. And I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. But instead of that, so I can't boo this anymore. That was my idea for the pun for this Halloween design. So what I did is first of all change my background color to black. Since, you know, I want to do this whole thing in white. I want to make sure that it looks amazing on the biggest amount of products, because if something is white, it's going to look really good on a blue t-shirt and on a red t-shirt. But if something is black, maybe, you know, it's less of an option. I took a text element and wrote I can't, and then I duplicated and I wrote boo this. And I was trying to figure out, you know, I can't boo this, I need the word anymore. I was basically trying to create various text segments for each type of word. So with the boo, I decided to go with just boo instead of boo this, playing around with the text, and this anymore in a different text option. And the reason why I'm doing this is to have manual control over what I'm doing. And then I was trying to search for spooky or scary or something like that fonts, which didn't really lead to much results. So I just started scrolling down and just clicking on stuff. Honestly, they have so many fonts, and I don't know if you guys know this, but that's because Kittl was actually born from Heritage, which was a font company, which is a font company. And I'm looking into their amazing fonts, which is absolutely insane. So many fonts. And sometimes I even, you know, I would select a font and then I would try to change the capital letters or not. Try to do that when you're selecting a font. Sometimes, you know, if your letters are not capped or capped, then the font looks a little bit different. At the end of the day, I chose Welcome 2019 and changed all of my text to that. And with the text morphing abilities, sort of tried to surround myself to angle the text around my ghost. And that process can take a bit of time. I mean, it does take getting used to it. You need to really think, where do you want to position your text around the ghost? If you want to position, not just around the ghost, about like around any type of graphic element. And, you know, you can make the text bigger, you can make the text smaller, you can try to curve it. And I mostly use the distortion for these things, so I have that in mind, and even move that graphic element. And I feel like this entire process can take you several minutes to do. I mean, you're watching this with me, but this is something I've already done several times. And I think that there's definitely a learning curve to Kittl and to any kind of graphic design software when it comes to like effects that you've never used before, if you've never used the distort option. I later on put the boo also next to the I can't. And again, the more I am working on it, I am always going back and editing the distort again. I'm trying to make sure that it's perfect every single time that I move one thing, then everything else has to move around it. I feel like it's a bit more work than just doing a curve element or the text up top and at the bottom, but to me, it feels kind of worth it. And what I was really trying to do here, if you're looking at the distortion when I'm doing the word boo or with the other words, is to make sure that my underlines, the lines of the distortion of the text, are at the same space from the graphic element to create this cohesive look to it. And then I took this anymore. I felt like the boo was kind of really cradled nicely. at that little angle of my ghost and the buoy anymore. And again, as you can see here, trying to create that parallel line of my text with the figure of the ghost and playing around while making sure that this is still readable. I mean, if you do something too small or too narrow, it's just not going to be readable to the person. And in this case, I just changed the text of this anymore to all capped letters to make sure that you can read it better, because for me, with the T and the H and the Y, it felt like it was coming out of the line a bit more than what I wanted. And I did the same thing with the can't, because I feel like sometimes it's really easier playing around with capital letters because they all just align nicer, I think, without having the T and the H and the L or these kind of letters, the Y, interrupting your flow. And I kind of really like that design. I do have to say I really, really liked it. And after finishing, the finishing touches to it, I downloaded it with a 300 DPI for the best quality, while also removing the background to create a PNG with transparent background file, which is the perfect file to upload to Teepublic or to any other print-on-demand platform for t-shirts and for stickers. And then, obviously going into Teepublic and to upload art. And at this point, I was selecting my sad ghost. Here we have a sneak peek into the Halloween pattern that we had last week. And I wrote down, I can't boo this anymore. I feel like a lot of people are interested in what I write in the tags or how you come up with keywords, but the fact is that this is like a sad ghost, and this is a Halloween ghost, and this is funny design for Halloween. And I think that one of the things that I really like about Teepublic specifically is that they actually give you ideas for main tags and for keywords once you start typing. And if you're going to do the supporting tags, not just the main tag, which is the keywords, and your supporting tag is going to be something that has more, more visibility, more searches, or more targeted to something, Teepublic is just going to switch it. By the way, this is by no means a full Teepublic tutorial. There were several Teepublic tutorials in this channel. I will leave a link to them down below in the description so you can go ahead and check them out. This does not contain any mature content, and what I like to do is to activate all t-shirt colors and then manually deactivate the things that are very bright and very frail, like very faded, because I don't want options of t-shirts that don't look good with the white text. But as I said, the rest just looks really nice. Selecting your main color for a t-shirt for Halloween, I would either go with purple, orange, or green, but you can never go wrong with black. With the hoodies, I like to choose the red because, as you can see here, the design can go over the actual pocket, so I like to adjust it before choosing a color. With the crew wrench, I felt like going with the green because it's for Halloween. Obviously, the baseball t-shirt is the black and white, the only option. And I moved directly to stickers, trying to decide between the rectangle or the die cut. Obviously, I'm not going to choose the normal cut because the text is white. It's one of my favorite features on Teepublic. I didn't really change much. I think I wanted to leave the rest of it to be a little bit black. I really like designs that are black and white. But for some of the items, I did go along and said, you know what, it's going to be Halloween, so let's play on the Halloween colors, which are, again, purple, green, and a bit of an orange. With the wall art, it was really conflicting. I was trying to think, maybe to play down with the ratios a little bit. I really like that they have wall art just like that, and you can manually play around with the ratio. It's really nice. And with the notebook, the journal book, which, by the way, I did not review in this channel, but I do have notebooks and a journal book from Teepublic, which was actually reviewed on Kittl's YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I did a full print-on-demand huge haul with Kittl. It became public on YouTube about 2 days ago, so you can go ahead and check that one out. I was showing the quality of those journals and notebooks. Continuing, I did the tote bags. I also did the tapestry. Make sure that your tapestry is aligned vertically if the design is vertical. And of course the face masks, which I like to make them smaller so that the design will be centered. And I have the rights and publish. And I feel like I kind of like it. And notice that, of course, everything is going to immediate sale of 72 hours. So if you ever want to test out your own designs, make sure to upload them whenever you want to get them, because they will automatically be discounted, as well as this is a great opportunity to start promoting things for Halloween when they are discounted for those 72 hours. You have a 72-hour sale for any item you upload. And I kind of like this t-shirt on a variety of colors. I really like the maroon color for it. I feel like it goes with the eyes. But as I said, that's not the only thing that I designed for you guys today, because I also did a design with Kittl that is only using Kittl without any of my elements and working more on that text morphing. So I'm going ahead with a new project, and I'm going into my setting, and for the custom size I'm again putting 6000 by 4660. That's the size that I like to design for t-shirts and hoodies and stickers and whatnot. And when I went in, the first thing that I searched for was ghost. So this is for someone who doesn't know how to make their own ghosts on Procreate. And I kind of really like this ghost with the open mouth. I don't know why. Does this remind you of something? Because this ghost kind of reminded me of that creepy cemetery on Lion King. I laugh at the face of danger and stuff like that. So it kind of really reminded me of that. And what I wanted to do is one of my favorite puns for Halloween, which is only here for the booze with alcohol. So I typed in beer on Kittl to search for their various types of graphics and trying to find out graphics that will fit. I actually have my own ghost holding beer that I designed myself using Procreate, but for this one I just wanted to use Kittl. So I found this like one beer mug glass carafe, and it said, okay, I'm gonna try to make it as if, you know, there will be two of those on the side of the ghost. And I think that for a while there I was kind of playing around with the size of the ghost and the size of the beer, and flipping the beer over to one side or another, making it bigger, making it smaller, putting it on the side, making it with a bit of an angle, really trying to play around with it. And I feel like sometimes a lot of people try to come up with designs that are faster and faster and faster. But what I like to do is really take my time. And of course, color the background in black. Whenever I want to design a t-shirt, that's kind of my go-to move. And I wanted to make sure that I have the same colors with the ghost and with the beer, but sort of like the reverse, because the ghost is white and the inside is brown. So the outside of the beer is brown and the inside is white. I felt like it will be like sort of compatible. And again, playing around with the beer again and again and again and again and again. That was a bit of a long process. And then I went to text, because that's nice, and thought about the sentence that I would like to make. And of course, my text will be in white, because it will be in the mouth of the ghost. And I really don't like playing around with too many colors. I feel like there are so many designs that people can do with a variety of colors, but I'm like good with like 1, 2, or 3. My favorite designs would probably be, when it comes to text and graphics, would probably like 1 or 2 colors. There are so many people who can do amazing color combinations, and I love color combinations at times, but yeah, 2 colors are my jam. So I basically separated in different text brackets, I'm only here for the booze, and went on and on and on to endlessly try to find a font, which is something that I can do for ages. I really do like that they have all these options, even though it's a bit annoying because I have no idea what to choose. I feel like with Halloween, people go like, oh, what is your favorite font for Halloween? What is your favorite font for Christmas? Dude, just look at it. Is it spooky? Is it scary? Is it a little bit quirky? Can you see it like written in a movie next to a castle with vampires? Then it's probably good for Halloween. If you look at it and you think, oh, hot cocoa and cinnamon and cookies and mistletoe, then it's probably good for Christmas. Just try to look at a font and see what vibe it gives you, because if it gives you a spooky vibe, a scary vibe, it's probably going to give that vibe to other people. That's the whole thing with print-on-demand design, right? So I was using that Bigelow Rules font for most of the thing, and I was really struggling with getting those lines, those parallel lines that I told you, because that mouth was very not like, it wasn't something curvy. It was something with multiple curves on the side. So that was a bit of a stretch to do. And it took a while to design all of the other text places to fit that. And at the end of the day, I wrapped it up with, I'm only here for the booze, with this design. Looking at it, something felt a bit crude with the brown. So I changed everything into this light orange. And that, of course, is also going to affect the t-shirts that I will be able to design, or the elements on Teepublic, or the background, because we do have now that orange thing as a part of my design. right before downloading it, I decided to change the text again. I do the distort thing so many times. I just decided to edit it again. I don't know why. I just felt like I have to. It just felt like, yeah, I have to. I have to. And then again, 300 dpi, remove background and download as a PNG. And with my PNG transparent background, I went back to Teepublic and clicked on upload art to upload this design. And I'm just gonna quickly show this to you guys. It's pretty much the same process to upload a new design. I just want to show you how it looks on the different types of shirt. How does it affect that I have a design that has another color in it? Let's run over the part where I, wrote down the tags or the main tag, which is funny Halloween saying. Honestly, I just started writing funny and it completed me to that, and I feel like it's true. So funny Halloween saying. The different thing here is that when it comes to the word booze and the connotation of alcohol, this can qualify as mature content. Mature content on any platform has a bit of a different meaning, but on Teepublic, if you guys want to go and actually check out the rules, it's actually anything relating to nudity, relating to curse words, but also anything that you wouldn't want to look at a workspace or put on a baby. And to my judgment, I wouldn't put on a baby. I'm just here for the booze, unless it's, I don't know, a baby bottle. So when you put in anything with alcohol, my advice is to mark it, for mature content. Again, I'm choosing all the colors of all the t-shirts, and I am removing the colors that won't go along with it because of the white. But I also need to consider the fact that some of the colors might not look good with this when I have the orange. So if I'm looking at different color of t-shirts, maybe this will be different. For example, I actually chose a brown t-shirt because it looks really good with the orange. And when it came to hoodies, I felt like maybe the vintage heather or the charcoal heather will be better with this combination. And with the long sleeve t-shirt, I actually went with orange. I like the clash because they do have a different shade of orange and it's kind of nice. And as you've seen a little bit above, all of the baby items were deactivated, kids and babies. With a sticker, die cut design plus background color, I chose a background color, which is orange, which thinks a lot. And I don't really like the orange for this one, and because it felt like it was kind of clashing again with my beer, so I went with purple. I think that this is the product that takes the longest to calibrate when it comes to Teepublic, but when I went into the rest of the products, I just took the same HTML code as that purple one because I finally found someone that fits and I don't want to play around with it too much. I mean, I like to play around when it comes to creating this, but the upload process, I like to make it as fast as I can because, whenever you're in the mood to upload to Teepublic, it's going to take you a while. We all have that problem, right? Where we just design and forget to upload. So I found a color I like. I'm just uploading it to everything. I really liked how it looked on the tote bag. I wonder how it's going to look, if I get a tote bag full of alcohol. But again, tapestries, making sure that they are on vertical alignment, the pin, which I don't think I've ever ordered. A magnet, which can also be cool with that background as a die cut and background color, and I'm waiting for it to calibrate before uploading. And with my face masks, I don't think I want to change the size, maybe just a little bit, because I do want it still to be clear what it says, and publish for a new product. I have the rights to use it because I made it myself. And what I'm going to do with this boo is actually share it with you guys. So this boo is available on my Kittl profile with templates, so you can edit this, change colors, change the type of beer on it, change the ghost, change the font, and use it for your own t-shirts, notebook covers, stickers, mugs, whatever you want to do for this Halloween. The link to my Kittl profile is down below in the description, and I feel like at this point I should really make myself bigger again so we can finalize this video. So this design is on my Kittl profile, as I said, along with other designs that I have made in the last few weeks. I feel like every time I do a nice design on Kittl, I would like to share it with you guys, so you can go ahead and check out my profile from time to time to see if you find a template that you want to customize. If you've seen my goals video from just a few days ago, then this planner is not going to be a surprise to you. I actually got this planner on the 1st of September. It was amazing that it came the same day that I'm filming from Zazzle. And the design for this was made using Kittl, and I think I made this during a tutorial. I did it with the Zazzle notebook tutorial using Kittl, and this design is also available on my Kittl profile. With that said, I feel like there are so many things that we could be doing for Halloween, and I'm not just talking about different designs for t-shirts or for wrapping paper or for notebooks or for stickers or for whatnot, but I'm also talking about marketing techniques. Even if you're not really selling things for Halloween, you can still market things for Halloween if you have, for example, a coupon code for Halloween in your shops or any kind of special sale on the print-on-demand platform that you're selling on if you're not selling on your own shop where you can give your own discount code. And I feel like that bit of information about how to market for Halloween or how to prepare for Halloween, which can also lead us into how to prepare for Christmas, is a little bit of a different video. So we are going to have a video in the next few days that is all about how to market for Halloween, even if it's something like changing the banner of your store or on your website to fit the Halloween vibe in advance. And I'm looking here because I want to see what else we have in store for us this month. I've been really excited filling up this thing. I feel like I've been doing so many things with it since I got it. I'm almost finished filling the entire year in terms of the dates because it does come off without any dates, and I'm loving this. But yeah, never mind that. Anyway, we do have this Halloween thing, but tomorrow I have a better video for you, hoping I will be able to do it tomorrow, which is print on demand for Q4. Print on demand for Q4 is going to be one of my favorite videos to make. It's going to surround everything that we are celebrating in Q4 to get ready. I know it sounds dumb. We're in the last month of Q3 of 2022, but we need to get ready for things in advance. Things like Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and the New Year, which comes with a New Year's resolution and calendars and Hanukkah. Because I'm finally going to do a Jewish print-on-demand design tutorial. I think I actually wrote a lot more of those for this year. I also want to do a video on how to find a good print-on-demand niche for free. I'm warning you, it's going to be a very basic video because I think this whole topic is completely nuts, but I feel like this is something that needs to be said because I don't want people paying for any kind of software to find keywords if that's not completely necessary, because there are plenty of places for you guys to do your keyword research or niche ideas for print on demand for free yourself, whether it's looking on Google or looking deep inside yourself, and more on that later this month. So as you can see, we have a lot in store for us this month. We're going to talk about Halloween. We're going to talk about Christmas. We're going to talk about patterns. We're going to talk about digitizing sketches. We're going to do more Kittl tutorials. We're going to talk about a company that pissed me off multiple times because they're violating the law. We're also going to be talking about being Jewish and doing stuff for Hanukkah. We're also going to be comparing different platforms and talk a bit more about where to sell and what to sell for Christmas. And if all of these topics are making you feel like, oh my God, I'm seeing shiny new thing syndrome coming my way, don't worry, because we're also going to be talking about the shiny new thing syndrome and how to face it when trying to focus on print on demand or printables this month as well. I'm reminding you, just before I go, that if you want to check out Kittl Pro, you have the first month for free using coupon code MEARROYO. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead, start your Halloween designs. Make them your own in your own style. Use Kittl or whatever software you are comfortable with. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!